started with Mr. Srinath. It was an extempore lecture, and I never thought about the next probably half an hour later that I'm going to speak about anything. But it was very interesting, and the last one, and the last point, I really appreciate Mr. Sahu's last point, very, very clearly said is, you're talking about Human Rights Commission, and we're talking about you take it down not only to a countrywide thing, but finally zeroed down to an organization. Okay. I represent Avaya. What I'm going to speak less and have the video speak more. So what we are going to talk about in the next few minutes, I don't know whether it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, whatever it takes. What I'm going to talk about is the 7 sins of video collaboration. This is what I'm talking about. And when I'm talking about sins, probably that a little biblical word. Notwithstanding that, we are talking about the problems that you usually have in video collaboration or collaboration by nature. So, does it play? Where's the sound?
Okay, we have Berlin on the line.
We are here.
Okay, so now let's click on the... Wait, where's the toolbar?
I don't know. I don't have a toolbar.
Whoa, your screen looks completely different from mine.
Hello? We are here. We have the presentation ready.
Yes, we know. 1 second, Sabine. Maybe I should just click on this?
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Where's the toolbar?
I don't know. I've never seen a toolbar. I'm just going to try this.
Ow!
So we go to the first slide. As I got up on stage, I did not know how to put the column mic. When we are far away, it becomes still different. Okay? So we are on different platforms. People have worked on different platforms. A few years back, when we used to get mails and an attachment on Microsoft Word, 2003 or 2004, I don't remember. So when I used to have a 2007, I would not be able to read it, or he would not be able to read it. It's a typical thing that happens. What Avaya tries to bring here is a platform where you don't have to think. You really do not have to think. You have to, it has to be as easy as you plug in something, and it can play. Okay? So we will go, I will take you to the 7 steps, which makes it a little more easier. So let me go to the slide number 2, which I'll play it for you. So when you're talking about inconsistencies, we talked about inconsistencies when we are there, even when we are speaking, when you're using a computer. So when you're talking about a collaboration, you're talking about talking to video.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why do we need to present to the CFO just to buy a $200 video phone?
Well, they don't actually sell that phone anymore, so we need to buy this phone.
So?
Well, the new phone won't connect to our T205 bridge, so we need to add a Z405 gateway. But then we'll need to upgrade the 3000 bridge, but our endpoints won't work with the 3000, so we need to replace all the rest of our hardware, which will cost about $500,000 and take at least 2 years to deploy.
Okay, we'll need a presentation for that.
Exactly.
The part of the slide which is not very clear was intended actually. So we go to the second sin, where when you video conferencing, I don't know how many people use video conferencing, perhaps I would assume that everyone is used at one time or the other. Okay? So video conferencing started probably about 12 to 14 years back in India. While technology has moved on. Normally, technologies which are there 5 to 6 years, you don't dump them, probably you give it to somebody else. When you give it to somebody else down the ladder, I would take down the ladder, or the way the organization has become large, somebody uses a most powerful one, the other one uses a less powerful one. So you don't dump it. We don't like to dump it. Okay? Assuming we don't want to dump it, because when you dump it, you dump it at a very, very less price. Technology, whenever you buy something, you sell it 6 months later, it doesn't get you money. So having said that, We provide an infrastructure. We provide an infrastructure that only takes care. You buy something now, and you bought something 5 years earlier. It will still work. So we are proposing something that you don't have to. What you bought a few years back, you don't have to dump it or don't want to sell it back to the same manufacturer. All you have to do is to retain that as long as you can and still work with it.
Hey, what's going on? The CEO has a video conference in 10 minutes, and the picture quality's awful.
Sorry, we're almost maxed out on our bandwidth. Everybody's watching this kitten video. It's really funny. Watch.
How come we're fighting for bandwidth with a kitten video? This is the CEO. Can't you give us priority?
Hey, it's not like I've got a CEO switch. Just hold on. The network will free up after lunch.
Over the years, in the last 10 years, every organization has got a lot of bandwidth, has a lot of bandwidth. A few years back, I think it was about 2003, when I went to Reserve Bank of India, I said, why do you want to do a conferencing on IP? I would propose to do a conferencing on IP. They would say, IP? No way. It should be ISDN. So everything used to be ISDN then, okay? In the last about a few years, even large segments like the defense and large segments uses primarily IP. While bandwidth has become cheaper thanks to the government regulations, thanks to the market competition, bandwidth has really gone cheaper. But in spite of all this, we still like to, organizations, if there's an organization, still like to see that using the same amount of bandwidth, we give two things. We give a good quality. The second thing is we try to contain packet losses. So if you have a technology which can contain packet losses, at the same time can reduce bandwidth, is the best thing. So from a Avaya standpoint, we've got two technologies in place. One is something called a scalable video coding. We are perhaps one of the earliest there. It's a new ITU standard called scalable video coding. Scalable video coding gives you a packet resiliency close to about 20%. The other thing what we have is something called a 264 profile, which is also a standard about a year and a half older, which basically sees to it that when you're doing conferencing, which means packets going here and there across boundaries, across distances, you see that the bandwidth actually used is approximately 20% lesser than what normally is used, which from an organized economics point of view, it's certainly good. So these are two important technologies which we were one of the first to, the scalable video coding is perhaps one of the first to introduce. This was in 2009. It's slowly catching up. Many of the companies are introducing it. So when I was talking in this last picture we're basically talking about comparison of bandwidth though being available might not be so ruggedized, okay, unless you have wired things everywhere. So I'll go to the fourth one, which talks about, okay, the third one, which talks about, this is the bandwidth overload, okay. The next one which I'll talk about is mobility.
So, are you ready for the conference?
Yeah, just let me open the app.
You can do mobile video conferencing?
Well, not really.
Hold on, what are we doing?
The software vendor doesn't support our hardware, but they gave us this GPS thing really cheap.
The video conference is 8 floors away. Get up from your desk and turn left.
The conference is starting right now. We do not have time to walk there.
You have missed the elevator. Recalculating. Recalculating.
How many people in the audience have iPads and iPhones? Perhaps probably about 60% of them. So if you have a technology where you don't, nowadays we work from homes, we travel a lot. If you have a technology that can do video conferencing not only on your desktop, but you can carry video conferencing on your iPad or your iPhone or your Android devices, nothing like it. This is what we propose, what we offer with every solution that Avaya offers. So I normally go slightly earlier than the slide, okay? So
Is that the Cleveland office?
No, it's the cafeteria.
And that would be,
Strawberry parfait. I just love strawberry parfait.
this system cost half our budget. Aren't we doing any video conferencing?
Not really. Those endpoints are crazy expensive. We could only afford this one.
So we're not getting any ROI from this. We're supposed to be saving money.
Sorry, gotta get down there before someone gets the last one.
What am I going to tell the CFO?
video conferencing largely used to be room-based conferencing, when you sit in a room and you have few people and discuss cross to another place. We have realized in the last about a year and a half, or more than 2 years and a half, is that there's nothing like if you can bring the whole thing to your desktop. The earlier time I was telling you can bring it to your iPad as well. If you can bring it to your iPad, wonderful. But a formal organization sometimes would like to work on your desktop or a laptop. If you can, because finally the rooms will, the culture, we feel the culture will be there. There are a few room-based conferencing, but largely everything would move into desktops. In that context, when it moves into desktops, it becomes much cheaper, okay, much more inexpensive. It also brings in a lot of efficiency to every table, every worker there that is there.
So, Mary, how much snow did you get?
The radio said 30 inches, but it looks like more. Think I'll be working from home for a while.
And how about you, Jack?
Don't know. I've been stuck at the airport since this morning.
Nasty. Hey, Jack, Mary and I are going to go over the new Diagram 3. Any way you can look at it?
Nah, I've just got my phone.
Okay, well, I'll try to talk you through it. We had to widen the flange next to the throttle by 4 millimeters.
Can't see it.
Which affected the intake valve, so we moved it to the left.
Can't see it.
And we doubled the thickness of the back end gasket.
Can't see it.
Jack, maybe a phone isn't the best way to do this.
I can see that.
There are two aspects of this I wanted to talk about. One is whenever we do business video, we want whatever slides, whatever presentation, whatever graphics that we want to share, it should be clear. That's point number one. The point number two, if you can work, we all get into a situation where we have problems with our desktop, our PCs. So if we can move, and if you are at a place where your desktop crashes, and if you have a video conferencing client that you can download from a site and get into a collaboration or get into a video conferencing with about 10 people, then it becomes easier. So it not only protects, one, is the clarity of the data that it offers. The second thing is kind of a cache proof to the extent that you can download it elsewhere and still work on it.
Hey, whoa, what are you doing?
Well, we're getting a new video conferencing system.
What's wrong with the one we have? Well, had.
Not a thing. But the finance guys need an upgrade.
And what's that got to do with us, exactly?
Unfortunately, there's no way to upgrade without replacing the whole system. So, the foot bone's connected to the ankle bone's connected to the shin bone.
And the shin bone's connected to the finance department video conferencing system.
Yep.
I was about a year back, I was working for a company called Radvision. There were silos in video conferencing. We had basically 2 or 3 players in video conferencing. Over the last few years, video conferencing is merged with unified communications and collaborations. I'm proud to be a part of Avaya because it gives a complete solution from video conferencing to unified communications. For people who invest, it gives you a complete platform, so he doesn't have to go to 2 vendors, he doesn't have to see interoperability, it can be all under a single roof. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for listening to me.